We are late to the party on this one, but we're here to share our thoughts on the 2026 Arnold Strongman Classic lineup. Arnold's has to be one of the major shows of the year. It's one that I really look forward to going to. I know lots of fans love this one, not just for the Strongman, but for the whole event itself.
Yeah, the whole weekend.
It's probably my favourite expo to go to.
By far, easily my favourite expo to go to. Probably, or dare I say, maybe second favourite competition now to the Strongest Man on Earth
really?
to go to. Yeah,
Really?
But it's balanced out by the fact that we have the women there too. So I do really enjoy this one.
Yeah, this one's great, and we've got two amazing lineups, both for the men and the women's show. Should we start off with the men? We've got 12 athletes for the men's this year.
12, yeah.
The first athlete is Austin Andrade. He's returning from last year where he had his first ever contest. Placed fourth place.
Yeah.
This is his type of show as well. Big, powerful athlete, loves heavy events.
Yeah, Austin is quite a particular athlete. And not that he's fussy, but he really suits a show like this and Strongest Man on Earth, I feel. These are his shows.
I agree. He's a powerhouse. He doesn't like running around with little weights and, cardio events. This man is all about power. Very, very strong, raw strength as well. Someone that doesn't need a deadlift suit to lift massive weights. Great pressing power. If it's going to have moving in it, he wants it to be heavy.
Yeah, and it will be at the Arnolds. And it won't be much moving, will it? Like, what are you moving up around?
Well, they're restricted, really, at the Arnolds.
They are.
One thing with the Arnolds, because they're on the stage that they have, the arena that they use, they don't have as much space as, say, some other shows. So, historically, it's always been big weights, deadlifts, logs, heavy frames, everything is heavy when it comes to the Arnolds.
I don't know how many times he's competed in it, to be honest, but I know how many times he's won it, because next on the list is Thor Julius Bjornsson, 3-time winner of the Arnold Strongman Classic, potentially might be his last Arnold's as well. Talking to him and sort of where he's at and everything, this could be the last time we see him here.
Yeah, he's someone that's done very, very well at this show, and he's pointed out a number of times now that he's got one contest ambition left, which is to beat Mitchell Hooper.
And I feel like the Arnolds is somewhere, I mean, to be fair,
they're both 3-time champions now.
Oh, they are, yeah. And like Thor's so good at every competition we've seen him at recently, so it's not just the Arnolds where there's an opportunity, but yeah, like you say, 3-time champion, both of them, so we'll see.
Someone I'm really excited to see there this year, he won the amateur Arnolds last year, is Andrew Burton. Now, I coach Andrew. I'm really, really pleased that he's got this opportunity. He's actually coming back from a torn bicep that he got competing at the Shore Classic, but recovery's going well. He's looking good in training. This is a big step up for him. We're not deluded about where we think he can come. He's coming in as a big underdog against some of the best in the world, and I would actually say Andrew is more suited to an athletic show. Like, he did really well at the Magnus Magnuson a couple of years ago. I think a Giants Live would be great for him.
Yeah.
We still need a little bit more top-end strength, I think, for the deadlift and the overheads, but watch out for him on any kind of awkward stone event or a grip event and stuff like that. He's very, very strong. And
I really feel that because of that issue, maybe doesn't necessarily suit this type of competition, I really feel like the Pro-Am show should sort of emulate the main show in terms of weights and types of events used.
I agree.
It does. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm glad Andrew's doing it as well. It was great to see Nick given that chance this year. But you would hope that the winners of those shows, do you know what I mean? It would almost prepare them for a show like this, and I just don't feel that it does.
I agree, because you do have different styles of competition.
And different styles of athlete
But one thing that we did see, we saw it with Nick last year, we'll see it with Andrew, it pushes you outside of your comfort zone and forces you to improve in areas that you're not so good. So, regardless of how he does it, this is going to make his static strength better, because you've got to reach up against the likes of Thor and Austin Andrade.
And to be fair, I'm pretty sure Thor came last at his first Arnold.
He did indeed.
There you go.
He did indeed.
So another former champion of the Arnold's Pro-Am, and another guy that we're seeing do well in these big major competitions, is Thomas Evans, returning to the Arnolds. He was 3rd place this year at the Strongest Man on Earth and 5th at the Rogue Invitational.
Yeah, and just one of those guys that quietly goes about his business.
Such an underdog.
Very solid, all-round good athlete, good strongman. I don't think he's like a threat for the title, but he's always in contention, you know, around like that 5th to 3rd place is where he sort of finishes. So second appearance for the American Lucas Hatton. Now this guy came second last year. Oh, yeah. and I guess this is your typical Arnold athlete.
Barrel-chested American, love it.
Powerful athlete, very, very good when it comes to overhead. Second place, as we just mentioned, in the last Arnold's contest. And he was in amazing shape for this competition.
Yeah.
This is probably the show he feels he has the best shot of winning.
This and Schmo, surely.
Yeah, I think these are the ones that motivate him the most. And, you know, even when you look at his weaknesses, he looked strong at those I say last year because...
This year, yeah.
He is a beast. The overhead events are just phenomenal. He's a powerhouse. And I'm going to expect him to come in shape for this one. I think he's had quite a busy year, actually. He's done a lot of shows.
For him.
And I think, you know, a little bit of off-season, focusing on this show now will be his main purpose in 2026.
So he may not be a barrel-chested American, but he is a 3-time champion at the Arnold Strongman Classic. And he's coming for his 4th appearance. So he's got 100% success rate at this competition. Of course, I'm talking about Mitch Hooper.
Yeah, very much not a barrel-chested American. No. He is Canadian, a little bit smaller than a lot of the athletes in the show, but he's done amazing and he's looking in great shape again. I know he's excited to have Hafthor in the show. He's excited to see the return of another athlete that will be another champion we'll be talking about in a second. But Mitch Hooper wants to win a 4th. I can guarantee you that, and he is training very hard for it. And from what I can tell you from like personal videos that I get to watch of him doing, he's looking very good. He is going to be coming to really challenge for that 4th title. We continue with the barrel-chested Americans, Bryce Johnson. This man has been so impressive in 2025. I can see this man winning major shows. If he can continue to keep progressing, I think he is an absolute superstar. The progress that we've had already has been phenomenal. When you look at the physique, you look at the ability to move with heavy weights, the strength that he's got, the world is oyster. He really is a...
Young Brian vibes.
Yeah, it's one thing to compare people to different... It's a lot of pressure to compare someone to Brian.
Yeah, I guess.
But
just vibes, though.
I understand. No, I totally understand what you mean. He's big, huge.
Yeah,
you know, he's got that kind of frame.
Got the sort of natural strengths.
But without question, Bryce has been super impressive, and look forward to seeing how he does.
So next is the comeback king himself. It is a former Arnold Strongman Classic champion, and it is Martins Licis. Now, Martins, he announced his straight away. And at the time, I'll be totally honest, as much as I love Martins and love to see him compete, I thought, is it fair? Is it fair that someone will lose out on an opportunity because he wants to come back again? However, we have 12 athletes so that they can give Martins that comeback and we don't miss out on a...
it's an interesting one. Obviously, Martins came back a few years ago from time off and won the Rogue Invitational.
Yeah, then he won the Arnolds.
He is more than capable of coming back and being absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
However, his last competition was the Arnolds and it didn't go well for him.
No.
So... this is one that's just going to be interesting to watch, and I think it's going to be one of those things where people are either going to say, yeah, great, we love to see him back, he was amazing, or, you know, we shouldn't have let him in. And until the competition happens, we just won't know. I've been following his training. It's still early phases to say how he's going to do, but he's progressing nicely. He's very smart with his training, and he knows how to win competition. So from a fan's point of view, I am excited. I would have personally liked to see another show first,
like a warm-up comp,
just to like build up slowly, but he knows his body, and I can't wait to see him compete. The big thicket, Trey Mitchell, he'll be very, very closely looking at what the events are, because this man, if it wasn't for a frame carry, probably could have won an Arnold's or two by now. We don't know the events at this stage, but we know how strong Trey is, and you know, I think if he can avoid any grip events, he's going to be a threat.
Yeah. Now, someone that might like the frame carry is the current world's strongest man, Reino Now, making his debut appearance at the Arnold Strongman Classic. Now, before, when we were trying to sort of guess who might be in it, who might not be, you said, you know, you don't think it should be a given that they would invite the world. Like, we weren't 100% sure.
It should be a given.
It should be. But we wouldn't have put our house on it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you just never know, because the different promoters...
They
work
seem to
oddly.
prioritise different things and care about different things.
And it's almost become more so recently. You've got to kind of really know which promoters are kind of leading to which thing.
Yeah.
But I'm very glad that Reno's been invited. He deserves it. He's the world's strongest man, great athlete, still learning. I think people forget that he's still learning, but he is dominating certain shows, absolutely dominated the Champions League again. His performance at World's Strongest Man was phenomenal. He's got certain events that are extremely good, so I'm excited to see how he does. And talking of excited, it's great for us to see another Brit back at the Arnolds. This time we've got Luke Richardson, who'll be going there for the first time. Everyone knows how good Luke is. It's important that he stays fit and healthy, and I know a lot of his fans are worried about him doing this show. However, Luke is just mentally in a different place right now. He wants to compete.
To everyone.
I've never seen him this kind of focused and confident. He's looking amazing. His training's looking good if you follow his training. And he's so well-rounded that I think he can be good in any show.
Yeah, 100%. Honestly, I'm so excited to see Luke outside of the sort of Giants World bubble.
We haven't really seen much of that.
We haven't seen him do anything outside
with
of
Luke
that.
has either been World's Strongest Man or Giants Live.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm excited to see him go into a different type of show.
And last but not least, we have another Brit in the lineup in the form of 3-time World's Strongest Man, Tom Stoltman. Now, Tom has had varying results at this competition. He's been as high as 3rd place last year in the 2024 show, and I think his worst ever placing there is 7th. But, Tom could do very well here, couldn't he? He could.
Absolutely. I feel like we say this about Tom all the time, though.
I know.
He has the potential to win any show that he wants.
Yeah.
He is one of the most talented guys out there. His frame is huge. He is, without question, a great strongman. He just seems to be at his best at World's Strongest Man. He's had good performances at Rogue. He has come 3rd at the Arnolds before. So he's podiumed at every major show.
Yeah. Do you know what, though? We talked about this a little bit around the Rogue. Arnold and Rogue work the same with their scoring, where they always do it on overall results. And because they tend to open with a max raw deadlift, which isn't the best event for Tom, I think he's always sort of working off the back foot. Do you know what I mean? He's always trying to climb at the Arnolds.
I don't know what it is that holds him back at some of these other shows, but he is more than capable. I just don't feel at the moment he would be who I'd put money on to win this show.
No.
However, depending on what the events are, he's always dangerous. The only one thing I will say about Luke and Tom is they're going to have Britain's Strongest Man about a month before.
Yeah, beginning of
which
February.
Could be interesting. Sometimes we've seen Tom need to miss shows to really be focused. I think sometimes doing a show about a month or so before can be a good warm-up and build that confidence. So it's a great lineup, 12 athletes. First time we've had 12 at the Arnolds.
Yeah, it must be.
Because normally it was 10.
Yeah.
And then they went to 11. The one thing we'll say with these guys, I hope they all do get there, but there is no reserve.
No.
So if someone does get hurt, there will be no replacement.
Yeah.
So hopefully all 12 get there. I think 12 is a good number for the Arnolds.
And I really hope it's 6 events like it was this year, because that was up from 5.
Yeah, that would be good.
Come on.
Any early predictions?
No, not until I see the events.
Events are going to be super important.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know people that have done well before. We've got 3 former champions in the lineup, a couple of new faces. Going to be an exciting one. So as well as the men, we have the women's show as well. The women are always super entertaining. The last few years since they've been on the main stage with the men. So we're going to start off with a newbie, Katie Blunden. She won the Arnold Amateurs last year, got her invite to this show. Congratulations to her. Be interesting to see an Australian in this lineup.
Yeah, she's the first Australian athlete in the Pro Strongman Arnold Classic. I can't remember what it's called. Arnold Strongman Classic competition. Yes, she is, yeah. Cool. Joining her on stage will be the current champion, Inez Carrasquillo. She is just off of the back of winning Rogue. Before that, she won the Arnolds, and before that, she won Rogue again. So,
do you think she's just had foot surgery?
Literally today.
So hopefully she recovers well and makes it to the Arnolds. We also have another former champion in Angelica Jardine. This lady just stormed onto the scene and dominated this show.
Didn't she win it the first year that she did it? Yeah, she did.
Absolute beast.
It was so funny because looking at everyone's predictions, just most people had no clue where to put her, so they put her last. Yeah. And she really
came and
did
shut everyone up.
She did. She's also the world's strongest woman in the natural league, isn't she?
She is.
Yeah.
no surprise there.
Yeah. Next on the list is probably one of the most consistent athletes that we have in the sport of strong women. It's Olga Lyshuk. So she is a 2-time winner of the Arnolds. This was back when it was run by Strongman Corporation, and she came second the last 2 years at this competition as well. She's won the world's strongest woman in recent years. She's on the podium at Rogue. Like, Olga is everywhere, you know?
Everywhere, and always consistently on the podium.
Always
like, she is one of the most consistent female athletes over the last sort of 7-8 years.
Yeah.
She has been a major threat in every competition.
She just doesn't have major weaknesses either, does she? She's just so solid at every single event.
Speaking of gutsy, we have Hannah Lindsay. Came back to Rogue just a few weeks ago and came fourth. That was really good seeing her. She was in great shape.
Yeah.
Looking,
biggest we've ever seen her.
Biggest, strongest she's ever been.
Yeah.
Looking in really good shape. Very, very strong. I can't wait to see what she can do at the Arnolds. She is an athlete that gives absolutely everything.
Yeah, so many of these women are, though.
That's why I love watching the women's. They do just give everything in every event, and then they're all friends at the end.
Yeah.
And I find that hilarious because the men
all hugging on the stage. Can you imagine the men?
Just wouldn't happen.
No. Next, we have another former winner of the Arnold's Pro-Am, and it's Jennifer Lyle. So she made her Arnold's debut last year, where she placed 7th. And Jennifer, again, she's another one of these great athletes on the rise. Really solid deadlifter.
Awesome deadlift. And she just won out in Singapore this weekend. So she's doing really, really well. Yeah, and her deadlift is really up there with the very, very best. So her, Lucy, Andrea, I think we could see an amazing battle if we have a deadlift this year. Jackie Ochevsky from Canada is coming to the Arnolds, and I'm super proud to see Jackie there. She was second at the World Championships last year, just recently came third at this year's World Championships. She's been putting in the work, getting consistent performances, and finally gets this invite. So really, really pleased for Jackie to get this opportunity.
Next on the list is Melissa Peacock, former winner of the Shore Classic Women's Open and Clash on the Coast.
Next up, we have Rebecca Roberts, the 3-time world's strongest woman. She's never managed to win at the Arnolds. I know that is her big goal, is an Arnold's win. That's what she wants to do before she finishes in the sport. She's got a knee injury at the moment, which is holding back a little bit. We're having to work around that, but she also has some very, very good events. She's won events at the Arnolds before. Hopefully we get that injury under control and we can bring her in at her best.
Next on the list is the current world's strongest woman, Andrea Thompson. Now, Andrea we talk about her weaknesses, but she has some tremendous strengths as well. And with the right events at the Arnolds, I truly believe she could win a competition like this with the right set of events.
She's almost finished day one in first place
always,
for the last 3 years or something.
I know. And
then there's 1 or 2 events that have cost her. But you're absolutely right. With the events that she's good at, she is unbelievably good at. Very much like Trey.
Yeah.
I kind of see them as quite similar with they've got 1 or 2 weaknesses that cost them.
If you swapped out some sort of front carry type event for a yoke, she genuinely could win.
Yeah, absolutely. And then finally we have Lucy Underdown, the deadlift queen. Amazing athlete, getting stronger all the time, but when it comes to deadlift, just unbeatable. Andrea pushed her hard in last year's show.
It was exciting.
Jennifer wants to push her as well, but so far no one has been able to stop her. She's been putting in the work on her pressing events. She is a threat to the title. The press is the weakness for her.
Yeah.
But
she did win the Arnold UK though, didn't she?
She did indeed,
yeah.
It's only the last sort of year where we've really had that dominance from Inez.
Yeah.
But before that, it was all over the place in terms of who was winning shows. And Inez coming back from an injury, maybe she won't be at her best. It gives the others an opportunity, I guess, to they've got to come in believing they can win. And for the last few years, we've seen some amazing shows. So a lot of different winners in different events on the women's side, and always entertaining to watch. So there you have it, guys. Those are the lineups for the Arnolds in 2026. Both absolutely stacked. Cannot wait to see the show. We love going out there. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We cannot wait to find out the events, because then things get exciting. Yeah. We can really delve in deep and see who we think is going to win. But for now, that's your lineup. Don't forget, like, share and subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you guys next time.